My name is Paul Carolyn from GoTo. A lot of people here might know GoTo because we actually rebranded recently. We were formerly Log Me In, so we have a lot of products you may know, such as GoTo Meeting, GoTo Webinar, GoTo Training. We're really excited about our new brand. We work a lot in the collaboration space. We have done for 25 years. I've been with the company for 12 of those years. Today, what I'd like to discuss with you guys is the SMB market, and that's primarily where we have our focus. The SMB market we see as one of the most important markets that's out there, and we'll discuss why. We'd also like to discuss the challenges they have as well at the moment. But what's really important about the SMB market is they're very busy people, so we have to meet them where they are. And that's a phrase I use a lot in business. You have to meet people where they are and where they trade. And how we see how we're going to do it as a business, we have huge direct teams, and that's how we've done business traditionally. And where we're shifting is to go that through the partner model and to leverage our partners to meet the customers where they are and where they are trading. I'll give an example from our business, and this is, I'll say, quite conservative. In the past, we did about 5% of our business through partners. It was nearly all direct, and I ran those teams. Today, it's approximately 35%. And a lot of that is actually in our larger deals, and that's across Europe as well. So we're pushing a lot of our business now actually through partners, and a lot of our customers that we have in place through our partner network who've had direct relationships with us. By the end of this year, that will be 50%. And that is actually, again, quite conservative. As we move our business, we want to push everything through partners. My direct sales teams, for our GoTo Connect product, every single deal that we do at the moment, we push through partners. Whether we generate it through our BDR teams, through their upgrades with some existing customers, we put all of that through our partners to help our partners develop their business and get into these accounts. What really sets the SMBs apart from large enterprises and so on, and what makes them so special is, I see 7 areas. One is a growth mindset. Every SMB wants to grow, and they want to grow fast. They want to acquire new customers that they don't know about. They want to move into new markets, and they want to develop their business as quick as they can. They're also forward-looking. So if you look at adoption, a lot of companies who are SMBs will be the first to adopt new technologies. They want to be on leading edge. They're not waiting in case something breaks. They are brave, and they will be forward-thinking, and they will adapt to SaaS technologies quicker than most companies. They're agile. An SMB can make a decision quickly. Usually they have the owner there who can make a decision, and they can be agile, they can adapt really quickly, and they innovate. So they are always looking for ways to get ahead of the competition, to be different. The SMB market, no matter what area you're in, whether it be IT, catering, it's irrelevant. You have to innovate to stay ahead of your competition. And what they are looking for is tools to help them innovate so they can focus on their business. And that's what makes them so exciting to deal with. They are service focused, and this is probably the most important one that we see. SMBs want loyal, long-term customers who will come back to them on a regular basis. I've worked in SMB, and I've had an SMB company before, and it's those customers who stay with you and want to do absolutely everything for you and will give you that loyalty. And that's ideally where they want to have that. But to do that, they have to be adapted, they have to be focused, and they have to give the customers what they want. Productive. If you go to an SMB, you will get a lot more productivity out of small teams. You know the owner in the business, you know the stakeholders, everyone is in it together. And for a big company where maybe people are clocking in and clocking out. So productivity is a huge part for these SMBs. And last but definitely not least is cost conscious. SMBs, a couple of things they don't like: capital investments. Right? They don't have the money to be buying things up front where necessarily. They're very conscious of cash flow, because if you have a small business, cash flow is really important, and you need to have a solution in place for them that adapts to their business. And that's why a SaaS solution is so important, where people are paying on a monthly recurring basis, so it suits their business. And as their business grows, they can adapt to it. As it contracts, they can adapt to that as well. And we think about SMB, we think small companies, the small florists, these small shops. But SMBs, believe it or not, make up nearly 3/4 of all employees globally in the world. So it's not your big Microsofts or your BT or your British Rail or whoever. It's the SMBs that hire most of the people. And that's really important, because we've seen what's happened in the last 2 years. So what we are fixing solutions for, it's not the oracles of this world, it's that 70% of people globally who work for SMBs. And that produces 50% of the GDP. And the whole culture of how we look at business, how we look at people within those businesses has changed. Here's some statistics that I wanted to share with you guys. 47% are empowered employees. Knowledge workers will be working remotely. I think that is very conservative. Right? In our own company at the moment, it's probably close to 70% working remotely, and the rest are hybrid. And that's only going to increase as time goes by. People are now demanding remote working contracts, hybrid working contracts. Nobody wants to be in an office 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. Those days are gone. And we're going to have to adapt everything that we do to help those people. 90% democratization of digital technologies. So people are moving to the cloud, and they've had to move in the last 2 years. I am going to share a story on this one. So my wife works in the solicitor's office, 10 people, and you're going to laugh, in technology fair. 2 years ago, probably 3 years ago, their most critical piece of machinery was a fax machine, right? You may joke, they've got paper everywhere, they'd be faxing the land registry, they'd be sending maps here and there. And when COVID hit, it was like a shock. The people working for the land registry were suddenly at home. Everything had to be done digitally. Meetings had to be done online. People couldn't come into offices, and they had to adapt really quickly. And that story is shared across multiple industries, not just law, but if you look at accountancy, traditionally a lot of these companies that may have been followers of technology, they're now the ones that had to lead technology. And how we're dealing with customers. 2 years ago, and this event is a prime example, you would meet people, you'd shake their hands, you go to their office, you set up a meeting afterwards. You might have events like this the whole time. Now it's, let's do an online meeting, right? I'm sending more emails. We're having more digital touch points than we had before. And you've seen a lot of SMBs creating things like e-commerce sites, because you don't have that touch with the customers that we used to have before. It's not as personal, but that's okay. It's just the way the world has shifted. And some companies will adapt to this, and they will do really well. Some companies won't, and I think it's going to go back to the way it was. And to be honest, it's not. So what has changed for the SMBs? First one is proactive collaboration. Now they have access to these tools that big enterprise used to have before. So before it was like, oh, big enterprise video conferencing solutions, online SharePoint and so on. Now that is available to every single person in every company, whether you've got one person, 100,000 people, or 1 million employees. And that is fantastic. But also what's quite important and people are forgetting, as you have a fragmented workforce, you have to support them. Like, IT is no longer sitting in the corner, able to walk over to your desk and go, Control-Alt-Delete. Those days are gone. Or how does the printer work? Right? They probably don't have a printer. Right? All those days are gone. So you need a solution where you can support those people who are working remotely and in those hybrid worlds. With their mobile devices, with their PCs, with their operations, with everything that we have in the cloud. And that's so important. And it is one of the areas as a company, we have people who do your collaboration. We have other companies who do the help desk transformation. As a company with GoTo, we do both. And I said, we have lived in this world for 25 years, and we've been doing both of this for 25 years. So this is not new to us, it is in our DNA. But what we have done this year is we brought it all together under a nice new logo called GoTo, which hopefully everybody will get. So SMBs, how can technology help them? And this is probably one of the most important areas I think we look at. The flexibility, support an agile working and enable rapid change. People need to be able to change, make decisions in SMB really quickly. You can't be at home working from home saying, I'll be in the office on Friday week, we'll have a meeting, we'll talk about it then. Right? That does not suit the SMB world. It will put you behind. So it's really important that you have flexibility from the solutions you have. And that often means if you have 10 people, you buy 10 licenses. If you increase to 12, you buy an extra 2. You don't have to be buying big forklift solutions. Productivity, to help employees work smarter, not harder. And this is something that people are starting to realize now. It's not about how many hours you're clocked in for. It's about the work that you do and you provide. Communication, and this is one that we have identified in our own company. You cannot build a culture in a company by email, by Slack groups, by messaging only. Right? You have to have that proper communication where you're talking to people. Cost, which I spoke about, very sensitive to SMBs. First thing in the asked, anyone here has dealt with SMBs? How much does it cost? How much does it cost? How much will it cost me next year? And growth, is it scalable? Will it grow with my business? I've now got 20 people, I'm hoping to have 30 people. And the IT support, which we talked about before, it should be easy for your IT staff to be able to support the staff that you have. So if they have a problem, someone can get onto their machine, they can fix the problem straight away, and it's sorted. What SMBs are looking for, they're not looking for multiple solutions, but they want to focus on their own business. They are looking for a single platform that will do everything that they need. GoTo Connect is our collaboration platform. It does everything you need. It has your meetings, your chat. It has a fantastic telephony, so it's like a telephone system in the cloud. Everything that you need. I'll give you a prime example. We were talking to a motor distributor last week, 150 users, had a little 20-person call center, it's distributed across 10 sites. They want one solution that would deal with all of it. This suits them perfect. They have people who are using mobile devices out in the cars, doing test drives, so they never miss a call with a customer, whether it be the call center or the salespeople. And that's where we have that flexibility. GoTo Resolve. And on the support side of it, it's important that you're not reactive, that you're proactive. So you're looking at monitoring and finding solutions out before they happen. And because we're doing this in the cloud and we're doing it at scale for millions and millions of people, like we have all the security taken care of. All the people have to worry is about deploying it in the manner that we say, and it does all the security just like a high-end enterprise solution. And for remote support, we're seeing more and more about, as mentioned, about having problems where people can access your machine, they can fix your problem in real time. And they can be doing multiple sessions at any one time, updating software and so on. But also with mobile devices, which is getting more and more important. Everybody here has a mobile device with them. If they have a problem with it, often they're trying to fix it themselves, but IT can get on, they can fix your mobile device, because in many situations it is more important than your laptop. In this market, demand is growing fast, so that's no surprise to anyone in this room. This is a really hot market, and the expectation for the UCAS that it's going to grow to 70 billion market by 2028. Now we're seeing areas like ISDN getting turned off in 2025. We're seeing compliance tightening up in a lot of areas, so the whole market has been driven this way. So it's very important that people get ahead of it. The remote support, and again, as people work from home more and more, there's going to be more people using remote support to support those people so they can be productive. So partnering with GoTo, what we are doing as a company, we are going to the market through our partners. We are dedicated now, and we are 100% committed to going through partners for our business. We have a really strong partner offering. And as a company, I said, we're doing this 25 years, we're investing really heavily in our products. As a company, we have over 3,000 people. Out of those, 1,400 are engineers. It also allows you to access reoccurring revenue, which is really important. So you'll make money, very generous money, from reselling our products. But on the flip side, and the bit that's not up here, is for partners who bring us into their, and we have that trust with, like we're also giving our customers to those people. Like, I'll be honest, I have a team of 25 BDRs who are just creating business. I got one or two outside here today. And we put all of those through partners who are helping build our business. So it helps partners get into accounts they never knew existed, and they can do all the wraparound services such. Oh, you're looking for a firewall. You want an MPLS, routers, engineering services, Active Directory upgrades. I'll be honest, that's not our business, that's your business. But we will help get you into those accounts. It simplifies sales, integration and support. As I said, we have a team there to support. So if someone here goes, I don't know anything about your product, Paul, what do we do on it? We match you up with a salesperson who will actually do the sale for you. And then you can be involved as much or as little as you want on the sale. It'll help sharpen your competitive edge because it will give you something that your competition do not have. That's really important, so you can go in and say, well, we have a portfolio, not just one product, then we bring in someone else, and it'll help you build your reputation. And that's on the back of our reputation. I appreciate GoTo as a new brand, but if you look at what's logged me in beforehand, was Citrix Online, which is the part I came from, there's a really strong brand name behind that. I will quite happily talk to people about a great partner program that we have and how we can help you be better at your business.